The soft light of dawn slipped gently through the gaps in the curtains, casting pale golden streaks that stretched lazily across our bedroom. I lay there, eyes fixed on the ceiling, wide awake long before the world stirred. Beside me, Daniel's breathing was steady and even, peaceful and unaware of the storm swirling inside me. Outside, the birds began their morning song, the world waking up as if nothing was wrong, while inside, I felt like everything inside me was unraveling, fraying at the edges. Daniel shifted in his sleep, his arm reaching out instinctively, searching for me in the dim light. But I pulled away quietly, careful not to disturb him. Not yet, not until I had a clearer sense of what I was doing. I slipped out of bed on bare feet, the cool hardwood floor brushing softly beneath me. My phone glowed faintly on the dresser, a single message lighting up the screen, a message I had already read a dozen times. I'm on my way. The timestamp said 7:30. It was only 7:02. I pulled a hoodie over my tank top and padded toward the kitchen, my thoughts loud as thunder despite the morning's quiet. Every step felt precarious, like walking a tightrope stretch taut over a dangerous abyss. I was the one who invited her, the one who sent the late-night text while Daniel dozed on the couch, his head tilted to the side, oblivious to the life about to shift beneath him. Coffee brewed slowly, the warm, familiar aroma filling the kitchen and grounding me even as my nerves tightened. I opened the back door and stepped onto the porch, where the morning air was crisp and clean. I leaned against the railing and closed my eyes for a moment, drawing in the calm before the storm. Then a car pulled up. My breath caught in my throat. I didn't need to look to know who it was. Samantha. She stepped out with the effortless grace of someone who belonged here, confident, poised, already wearing a smile that tangled every thought in my head. Her chestnut hair was loosely braided, and she wore a navy cardigan over jeans that fit her perfectly. She saw me and walked up the porch slowly, her expression soft but unreadable. "Hey," she said. "Hey," I replied. The silence stretched between us. Not uncomfortable, but the kind of silence that only exists between people who know each other too well, fill every space with words. Samantha's hazel eyes searched mine carefully. "Is he still asleep?" she asked. I nodded. "Yeah, for now." Her gaze flicked toward the house, lips pressing into a thin line. "Are you sure about this, Olivia?" I whispered the truth, hating how real it felt. "I'm not sure about anything anymore, but I couldn't wait any longer. I needed you to come." She didn't ask why. She didn't need to. We both knew it had been 2 months since I last saw her. 2 months since we collided unexpectedly at the downtown bookstore. Back then, she pretended not to notice how my hands shook, and I pretended not to feel the weight of history rising between us like smoke from a fire we thought was extinguished. I led her into the kitchen, the coffee still warm in the pot, and poured 2 cups. We sat across from each other at the small table, the same way we used to in college, before things got complicated, before Daniel came into the picture. "He doesn't know," Samantha said quietly. "No," I replied. "I didn't tell him." She stirred her coffee slowly, the spoon tapping softly against the ceramic. "And you're okay with me being here when he wakes up?" I shook my head, honestly admitting, I don't know what I'm okay with anymore, but I'm tired of pretending. Her eyes softened, searching for something steady in my chaos. "So, what do you want me to do, Olivia? What are we doing here?" I looked down at my coffee, then back at her. "I need the truth. I need to know what it still is between us." Her face grew still, her hands tightening around the mug. "You want to talk about us now? After all this time? While your boyfriend's asleep upstairs?" "Yes." She let out a dry laugh. "You never made things easy." I wasn't trying to. I whispered. "Why now?" "Because I can't keep pretending what we had was just some mistake I forgot about." "I never forgot," she said softly. "I think about you more than I should. And I think you think about me, too." She didn't answer at first, but the pause said everything. Finally, she said, "I do." Relief and longing mingled in the quiet between us. "I loved you, Olivia," she confessed, voice low. "Back then, and I think I still do. But I left because you said you were choosing him. I wasn't going to stay and watch you build a life I couldn't be a part of. I swallowed hard, blinking back the sting of tears. I thought if I stayed with Daniel long enough, I'd start to believe we were right together. And are you? No, I whispered. I think I'm lying to both of us. A sound upstairs. Footsteps. Daniel was awake. Samantha stiffened. Do you want me to go? No, I said, firmer than I expected. I need him to know. I need me to know. Moments later, Daniel appeared in the kitchen, rubbing sleep from his eyes. He froze when he saw Samantha, confusion rippling quickly into recognition, then something darker, anger flickering across his face. Samantha, he said, voice thick with disbelief. What the hell? I stood, voice steady but heavy. Daniel, sit down, please. He looked between us, hurt and suspicion rising fast. What is this, Olivia? Why is she here? She's here because I asked her to be. We need to talk. No, you need to talk, he shot back, voice rising. You invited your ex over while I was asleep. What even is this? I took a breath, my voice shaking but honest. I haven't been honest with you. Not about her. Not about how I feel. I thought I could bury it, but I can't anymore. I care about her. I never stopped. Daniel's face twisted, looking at Samantha like she was a ghost he refused to believe existed. You told me you were over her. I told myself that too. I whispered, but it's not true. He looked at me for a long, heavy moment. Then quietly, so what? You brought her here to break up with me? No, I said, I brought her here so I could stop lying. To you, to her, to myself. I'm not asking you to understand. Right now. I just needed the truth in front of me. Daniel stood in silence, then nodded slowly, bitterly. You made your choice. I'm sorry, I whispered. He turned and walked out the front door, closing it behind him with a quiet finality. The end of a chapter. Samantha came to stand beside me, her hand brushing mine. You didn't have to do that for me. I didn't do it for you, I said softly. I did it for me. She looked at me, unreadable. So what now? I don't know, I admitted. But I do know I want to find out with you. She didn't say a word. She just reached for my hand and held it tightly. The morning light filtered through the kitchen windows. The coffee had gone cold, but somehow, for the first time in a long time, I felt warm.